has come out with a new product, and I've been trying it out over the past few weeks merely to see how it wears. And I'm really excited in today's video to review it for you guys, talk about the ingredients, and tell you who and what I think it's helpful for. It is their new Resurfacing Retinol Serum. This product is marketed to people with acne, actually, that heals with hyperpigmentation. It's called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It can help in fading post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's also great for consideration if you're attempting to diminish the appearance of pores. It can help in controlling oiliness. And it's also got some fantastic ingredients for strengthening the skin barrier, restoring skin hydration, and ultimately improving skin texture and skin firmness. Now, the main active ingredient in this is retinol. Retinol is a vitamin A derivative, and we know that retinol, like all vitamin A derivatives, has the potential to diminish the appearance of pores, be helpful for controlling oiliness, also remove some hyperpigmentation, accelerate the rate of clearance of hyperpigmentation. Outside of acne and hyperpigmentation, retinols also may be useful in improving the visible signs of photoaging, such as wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, and discoloration. However, retinols are not super stable. There are some challenges in formulating products so that the actual retinol will get into your skin. Not only that, once the retinol gets into your skin, it requires your skin to do some choreography in order to get the retinol to a state that will be recognized by your cells and functional. This is in contrast to prescription retinoids like tretinoin or the over-the-counter vitamin A derivative adapalene, which is sold as brand name Differin, or La Roche-Posay now has a adapalene gel, and also I believe Proactive does as well. So the retinol in this is a vitamin A derivative, but it's not as active as those ingredients, but it still offers the potential for helping these various skin concerns that I've already mentioned. One downside of any vitamin A derivative is that it can be very drying and irritating. But retinols in cosmeceutical formulations tend to be the easiest to tolerate and have the least risk of dryness, irritation, and peeling. So for people who develop too much dryness, irritation, and peeling with a prescription topical retinoid like tretinoin, retinols may be easier to tolerate and a better consideration. Cerave encapsulates the retinol in this, which is helpful in improving its stability and allowing it to be effectively delivered to the areas of your skin where it needs to work, namely your pores. Getting it into the oily pore is a big challenge in formulating products. And the fact that they encapsulate it kind of helps that and allows it to potentially be more effective. Now, the retinol in this, because it is a cosmeceutical, doesn't have to undergo the same level of testing and demonstrate efficacy like a prescription or over-the-counter medication would. So in other words, I can never compare Cerave's retinol to The Ordinary's retinols, to Paula's Choice, to any other over-the-counter retinol. But this has retinol in there for whatever it's worth. But it also has some other fantastic ingredients. It has niacinamide, as I think most Cerave products do. Not all, but most of them do. Niacinamide is anti-inflammatory. It can help calm down redness, and it also can help improve in improvement of oily skin. In addition to niacinamide, this also has licorice root extract. Licorice root extract is very soothing to the skin, is anti-inflammatory, and importantly, licorice root extract in one small study was shown to improve the dryness, the tolerability to prescription retinoids. In other words, it's something that can help in combating the dryness and peeling of retinoids. So formulating a retinol with licorice root is a good way to buffer against any potential dryness and irritation. It's not a guarantee that you won't get those side effects, but it's a logical ingredient. It has some great beneficial outcomes in terms of improving redness, and it's also helpful for the skin barrier. It helps in calming down inflammation, and it also can help in controlling some oiliness, and we also know it has a skin brightening effect. So it's a great ingredient in a product that is aimed at improving post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And lastly, this has, like all Cerave products, ceramides. Ceramides are part of our skin barrier. As we get older or in conditions like acne or eczema, sometimes ceramides can become deficient and we have increased dryness and irritation. So applying ceramides is a good way to help in strengthening the skin barrier, gluing the skin to restore itself, and also combating some of the dryness and irritation that you might experience from the retinol. So this is a really smart ingredient lineup in here. There's no added fragrance, there are no essential oils. Cerave pretty much always leaves that out. I think they always do. Fingers crossed they continue to leave out fragrance. So the product comes in a pump, which is great because it minimizes exposure to air, so you don't run the risk of your retinol in there oxidizing and becoming useless. And it's just a nice lightweight moisturizing vehicle. Before reviewing this product for you guys, I did try it out myself several times to see how it would hold up on my skin. If you're not familiar with my skincare routine, it's a video that I did back in December. It's still up to date, and I use prescription tretinoin at night. So, you know, for me, there's not a whole lot to be gained from using a retinol, but I did want to see how this went on the skin and how it held up. Sometimes CeraVe's products can do this thing where they pill, ball up, or peel up. And so I wanted to make sure that was not the case with this, and it's not. This goes on the skin wonderfully. It doesn't burn me or sting or cause any kind of irritation for me. I think it's a fantastic moisturizer. In fact, I think it offers many of the same advantages as my other favorite moisturizer, one of my favorite moisturizers, the ProCure Rosacare. This is a product that is for people with rosacea prone skin and acne prone skin that has, like this, licorice root extract and niacinamide. So if you're somebody who tolerated this well and liked it, and you're interested in incorporating a retinol, this might offer you some of the same benefits as this, but also with the addition of the retinol for anti-aging purposes, for controlling acne, and for improving hyperpigmentation. If you didn't tolerate this and you think you might have an issue, however, with either licorice root or niacinamide, I would say this might cause issue for you. It has both of those ingredients in it. Because it does have a retinol in it, it can be very irritating. So I wouldn't recommend starting out using it twice a day, particularly if you are naive to vitamin A derivatives. I would try using it at nighttime, just a few nights a week in the beginning, to see how you tolerate it, and then increase in frequency from there to nightly. And then you can even consider doing it twice a day. I applied this to my face at nighttime. It should be applied actually to dry skin, because if you put it on wet skin, that will increase the risk of irritation. But if you are new to retinoids, I would definitely recommend putting it on skin that you have cleansed and that is moisturized but dry. So in other words, wash your face at night, put on a moisturizer, allow the moisturizer to dry, and then put this on. Avoid putting it around your eyes or around your mouth, which it tells you not to do that as well. The reason for that is that retinols can be incredibly irritating around the eyes and around the mouth. People always ask me, can I use tretinoin around my eyes? You have to talk to your healthcare provider about that. It's not an absolute contraindication, but it's nuanced, and whether or not you should do it is, you're better off asking them than the internet. But yeah, long story short, yes, retinols and vitamin A derivatives can be used there, but in select situations. So I would, in the meantime, avoid putting it around the eyes and around the mouth. But yeah, this is a fantastic product for people with acne, people with oily prone skin, who are looking to improve oiliness, get a little bit better control of their acne, as well as have a nice moisturizer that will strengthen their skin barrier. You get that through the ceramides. This also has hyaluronic acid in it, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, which is a wonderful humectant that can help in hydrating up the skin. So we'll offer those benefits to you. And then you also have the retinol in there. Now the retinol may not be super active, but for whatever it's worth, it's there, and it's something that can definitely benefit hyperpigmentation and acne. If you have mature skin and you're interested in incorporating a retinol, or you don't have mature skin necessarily, but you want to incorporate a retinol for anti-aging purposes, this is a great one to consider. It's pretty affordable. It has some other fantastic ingredients in it, and is very easy to tolerate. If you have rosacea prone skin or sensitive skin, you might want to test it out yourself in a few select spots. Retinols are not absolutely contraindicated in rosacea whatsoever, but many people with rosacea cannot tolerate vitamin A derivatives. So it's again on a case-by-case basis. So if you do have rosacea, while this might work for you, there is also a good chance that it won't. On the flip side of that, if you do have rosacea and sensitive skin and you want some of these benefits, I would recommend the ProCure Rosacare Moisturizer over the Cerave one, because it does not have retinol in it, and retinol is going to be the thing that's more likely to cause irritation for you, but it does have niacinamide and licorice root extract in it, which are great rosacea ingredients. I have some other videos on rosacea skincare, so if you didn't get along with the Rosacare one, I have other recs in those videos. If you are already using adapalene or tretinoin or tazarotene, there's not a lot to be gained from adding a retinol unless you are using those active ingredients like on an every other night basis, and on your off nights you're interested in using a retinol, then it might be considered. But we really don't have any evidence that that does anything, and you could just be wasting your money. And so I don't really see the point in that. While I did that for the purposes of this video, because I do use tretinoin, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that. It doesn't add anything to your skincare routine other than expense and potential irritation. So yeah, otherwise I think this is a great over-the-counter retinol, with the limitations that retinols are not the most bioactive vitamin A derivatives, but they are the least irritating and easiest to tolerate, and this has some other fantastic ingredients in it. So I really like it a lot, and I think it's they've really been doing well lately with the newer products that they're coming out and kind of their serum stuff. Yeah, Cerave has been doing a good job lately with some of their newer cosmeceutical type products. Even their vitamin C serum, I didn't have anything negative to say about, and I still think it's a good drugstore vitamin C to consider if that's something you want to pursue. Check that video out. But I found that product was pretty nice. And this one likewise, has some good active ingredients in it that can help for a variety of skin conditions and skin concerns. I love that they leave fragrance and essential oils out of things. I also saw they're going to be coming out with a benzoyl peroxide wash, so stay tuned for that. It'll be similar to the Panoxyl wash that I love and reviewed for you guys and have recommended. So I look forward to seeing that and maybe trying it out. But comment below, and if you've tried this product, how it's gone or what you think of it. I'd love to know. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.